Hey everybody, my name is Anthony. I am the Growing Shaman. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new to my channel, please click like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more content like this. I will be sharing a lot of spiritual type of messages and my journey along the way to becoming a shaman, growing into my shaman. I want to give you a quick little rundown. How I found out I was a shaman. So a lot of traditions believe that you're either afflicted with lots of things or ailments, or you're also afflicted with many dreams or visions. Mine came in the form of dreams and visions, and with that, I wasn't entirely sure until I went to go visit a medium, and she actually helped me to kind of run through and told me that absolutely this is exactly what it was without me even asking whether I was a shaman or not. She actually brought it up herself. So it was very interesting to see that and multiple other times around the road. So today I just wanted to let you know, obviously that's my rundown of how I found out I was a shaman. I've been practicing daily, I'm meditating, and working on presence and being here with myself, and have learned from many other people as well. But today I just wanted to jump on and share with you a message that I got. Popped through my head just the other morning, and I'm finally getting some time to record, even though I'm sitting in my car in front of a Starbucks just kind of getting things done. But I just, everything you're going to see here is going to be real. But today I wanted to talk about is it's the systematic beliefs in which we have. So many of us, and I would say especially millennials, we tend to get stuck in a place that I like to call the in-between. It's this place where we have engraved systematic beliefs. And where these systematic beliefs came from are from areas within ourselves that, not within just within ourselves, but areas from our past lives that have been embedded in us that we're meant to break. And also our parents, not knowing that they're doing it because they have systematic beliefs. They're more comfortable living in the systematic beliefs, but we aren't. Our generation is not. Our spirits came down with such a strong purpose that it makes us feel uncomfortable. I know many of us have probably been in through that area and where we felt just very uncomfortable about certain things, or start to feel sick or depressed, or we just go through so many just crazy emotions and we just think, oh my gosh, am I going crazy? The answer is no. So the moment that you start to feel like you're going crazy, you're starting to lose grip, take a step back, really consider and understand what you're doing and what you're going through. Feel yourself, feel that energy inside. Be attentive to who and what you are, and just remember, and sometimes maybe this will scare some people, but just remember that this world and this universe is so huge, and we've just got so much that we are so blessed with, and slow it down. Now, part of our systematic beliefs is that we think that bad things are bad things, right? We just inherently, naturally go, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? And when we start thinking that, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? What does that do? As unlimitless beings that we are, with energy that we have that's so abundant to be shared with the world, we put that energy out into the world. And that's not good, right? Because we start to attract that negative energy. I'm sure you've had moments and times where you have been out there and you've witnessed where your attitude was not the greatest that morning, and all of a sudden all these bad things happen. Call it the law of attraction, call it what you will, but what we are is abundant beings. So the way spirit works, or our chi, whichever you'd like to describe it as, or whichever fits with you, it works in black and white. I'm a very gray area type person, and it's tough sometimes, but spirit works in black and white. And so when we say, oh, I hate this, or I hate my day, I can't believe I spilled coffee all over myself, and we just dwell on it, well, guess what? We are putting a message or a spell, if you will, into the world, into the universe, and that our spirit carries it like a messenger throughout everything. So our spirit connects us. Our energies will connect with like-minded types, like-minded situations, like-minded energies. And so now we start to magnetize all these things to us. And I know you've probably seen it. It's hard to turn around a bad day, right? But the more work we do, the more practice and the more patience we execute, the more breathing that we do, the better we can actually become to overcome these. One item in which I use daily is I actually will stop. So as soon as a negative thought comes into my mind, I will stop and I'll write down on a notepad one thing I'm grateful for. And I do this throughout the day. As long as a negative thought comes up, boom, I counteract with a gratitude note. Now, this gratitude note helps me because it helps to bring in positive energy. It also helps me to feel the emotion. Now, when you're writing these gratitude notes, it's so important to feel that energy. Feel what that gratitude or that thing that you're so grateful for feels like. Like, what's that feeling? What's the emotion? What's the smell? What's the sight? What's the hearing, the sound of it? Is it music? Is it your child's laughter? Whatever it may be, just embrace it, right? Embrace it. And that will wash away that negative thought completely. Now, how does... My other thing I want to talk about is like when we are not on the right path, right? So like I mentioned before, our spirit came down for a purpose, to break cycles or to experience something specific. Not all of our spirits have been here on this earth for, a long time. Some spirits are new to the earth. Some spirits are from other planets. Some spirits didn't ever experience life as a human being. They could have experienced life in many different types of ways. But we, as the beings we are, have different types of situations and feelings in which we go through. Sorry, ramble there. So anyway, when we're not on our path, what happens is spirit will derail us. Spirit will make us feel uncomfortable to the point where we need to break and reevaluate everything what we're doing. Now, it's weird to hear because spirit works in love, right? But it's just like a parent. A parent's going to kind of let you fall as far as you need to, but they're still going to have a safety net there. And that's exactly what our spirit does. Because we need to learn. We need to change. And the only way that we can change is by rewiring our brain. And when we have systematic beliefs that are engraved into our minds, we think that this is it and this is all, and that is it. That's it. But it's not. And so, again, going back to the thing of when we have negative thoughts, we should take those thoughts, or we have negative things that happen to us, and take them as learning lessons. For example, you spilt a coffee on yourself. Well, were you rushing? Was there something on your mind where you weren't being present? Anything along those lines. Ask yourself, what is in this lesson for me? Or was it purely an accident? And if it was purely an accident, you were present and everything is purely an accident, then why get upset? Yeah, it may have gotten your favorite blouse dirty, this, that, the other, right? But again, those are materialistic, physical things. And the more that we want to bring spirit into this world with us together, we need to remember that we are unlimitless beings, right? So, how does spirit derail our system? So this can come in so many forms. It can be in a physical illness. It It could be in hardships at the workplace where things are not working out. You've been working your butt off, and all of a sudden you're just not making money, and you feel like you're just at your wit's end. That's a huge one. That's what came up for me, actually. It's a big one. And you could feel lightheaded, you could feel dizzy, you could feel flu-like symptoms. There's lots of little things that you can start feeling that will start to kind of make you feel uncomfortable and uneasy. I hear all the time, like, but isn't it supposed to be easy? Yes, it is. Of course it's supposed to be easy. But our physical brains make it difficult. And that's why it's so important to rewire the way we think. So I just want to touch on how we can actually implement some of these things to start changing ourselves to be better. Is number one, don't differentiate yourself from spirit. Spirit is you. Spirit came into our body. We're just a capsule or a spacesuit, let's say. So this is the spirit's spacesuit or spaceship. And spirit came in to experience physical life. It may have experienced, like I said earlier, physical life many lives before, but it came to experience this specific life, your specific life on this journey today. And in this way this is why we don't want to separate the spirit from the body. We detach spirit from body when we start to stress or we start to feel like we are not doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we start to lose our minds or things like this and stressing about materialist things. We want more and more and more and more and more. So presence is important. Being present in your daily lives, pulling yourself back into now, today. And you can do this through breathing. But most importantly is speaking to spirit. Now, this can sound crazy, and you're going to be like, hey, man, like, I see these homeless guys talking to themselves all the time. Are they talking to spirit? Yeah, actually, sometimes they are. A lot of times they are. And it's not that they are in a healthy relationship with spirit. It's that they have messed themselves up in a way with drugs and things that manipulate your mind and used them inappropriately. And so now they have this unfiltered roll of energy coming in, right? So that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is wake up in the morning and just say, to yourself, first, be grateful for the morning, be grateful for waking up again and starting a new day, starting a new life in shamanic beliefs. And just breathe. And then start talking to spirit and say, Spirit, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for these opportunities that I have here on this earth. I'm thankful that you're here with me. Spirit, be more present with me, and I will be more present with you. And tell Spirit, I see you, I feel you, I love you. When you say these things, yes, they're like affirmations, but it's just like you would say and speak to a normal person that's right next to you that you love and adore. Your spirit is that. Why wouldn't you love and adore your spirit? It's you. It's your energy. It's your inside unconditional love. And that's what spirit gives you every single day. So of course it's important to reach out and to express that way. Another way to start to work with your spirit more is to go through breathing exercises. So breathe deeply and hold for at least 7 seconds, and then release for 8. Right? Do it 4 times to calm your mind. Now, through these breathing techniques, you may start to hear lots of chatter in your brain. Now, this chatter is not spirit. If there's anything that speaks negatively, that is not spirit. Spirit only comes from a place of love. It only comes to lift you and put you into a different motion that is positive and has much growth. So shift into that energy. And when you hear other voices that may not be as positive, like, why are you doing this? Oh, can't you, breathing doesn't work. Or don't you know you have like all this, that, and this, the other to do, going through all these mental lists and checklists that you have. So those voices are your ego. Those voices are the things that people have said to you. Those are you being hard on yourself. Stop being hard on yourself. Differentiate from your voice, your parents' voice, your friend's voice, and spirit's voice. They all have places, but those three voices, yours, your parents, and your friends, those ones can go on mute. So observe your thoughts, observe your feelings, and differentiate from your voice and the other voices and spirit's voice. And this is how you can connect more clearly with spirit. And a big part of it is just knowing. Like, just know without a doubt that spirit is here. Spirit is right with you. If you want to visualize spirit to be right there in front of you, it's there. Now, one thing in shamanic beliefs, we also believe that entities can get attached to us. And these are negative energies, and sometimes these are negative voices that pop up in our heads, right? So with those negative energies or entities, what we want to do is we want to actually go through a process of taking that entity to the light. Now, you could have a shaman do it for you, or you could even try it yourself. And this is how you do it. You would speak to spirit, your spirit, and say, especially when one negative voice comes up in your head, say, Spirit, this voice does not serve me. And that message that it had for me does not serve me. Now, as you're doing this, visualize yourself standing and seeing a pillar of light, just a little bit in the distance. And you can view your body from the outside. This might take a little bit of practice. So as you sit there, close your eyes, view yourself from outside of yourself, looking down, and speak to spirit and say, Spirit, I see this negative entity or this negative energy that is attached to me, that no longer belongs or serves me, and has never served me or belonged with me. I ask that you take this energy to the light, and as you ask spirit to take it to the light, watch as this energy, it could be a dark looking energy, whatever you imagine it to be, and watch it go away from you and go towards light, and then say, Spirit, release this energy into the light so that it can feel unconditional love, the unconditional love that it deserves, because nobody deserves to be in this negative space. When you do this, take a deep breath and watch as it rises. So negative entities attach to us because they yearn for our love. They yearn to have the love that we have. They also attract to us when we're in a negative space, because a negative attracts a negative. We pull it in. And because we're unlimitless beings, we will pull those types of things and beings to us when we're not in a space of love and loving ourselves with no conditions. So I just want to wrap this up and say I love you guys. I'm going to start doing these videos more often and just sharing messages with you. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. You could either send them in the comments. I'll answer all the questions you have. Or you can email me at growingshaman@gmail.com and or visit me on Instagram at growingshaman. Well, I do love you guys, and I'm so grateful. Many blessings and love. This is Growing Shaman. Live your best life today.